see? Okay, perfect. You see, I've been talking by myself for the past 5 minutes, trying to figure it out. Why wasn't I seeing any comments? It's because I forgot to press go live. So I'm sorry. Yeah, it's been a day, but I say that every day. I say that every week, but it is, it's just, okay, I see you guys. I'm like 3 minutes late because I was trying to deal with myself. There's no other word, but hi guys. I'm going to wait until I see you guys pop on the chat. I know that I'm live because I can see myself on the cell phone. That's what I was thinking of, trying to make sure that I see myself and thinking, why am I not live? Because I decided, okay, there you go. You're showing. Thank you. Because I was looking at it going, why is it not? Because I forgot to press go live. Of course, it's me. Don't. You guys can laugh with me. You guys can laugh at me. I am laughing at myself, to be honest with you, because I was thinking, why is it not going live? I'm talking to myself. And it's because I forgot to press the button until I didn't realize that. I was like, oh my God, you're so smart, Nathalie Sousa. Sometimes I amuse myself. I'm not kidding you. But hello, everyone. Okay, I see myself on the phone, so now I'm fine. There we go. Heather's here. Okay, perfect. I thought Heather was on vacation. Thank God you guys didn't see me before because it wasn't pretty. I was saying, oh, I think it's Leia. So, hi, everyone. My name is Nathalie Sousa. I'm part of the video design team for Big Fresh Studio, and I'm going to be your host for the next hour. I'm going to show you a fun idea, actually. I had the idea, but it just cemented like 5 minutes ago. So I was thinking, play with it. We'll talk about it. But I'm glad you guys are here. Like I said, I'm like 2 or 3 minutes late because I was staring at the go live button thinking, why is my feed not live? And until I realized that I have to press it. So again, one of those days. But I'm glad you guys are here. We're gonna give it a few minutes until everybody catches up, and then we're gonna get started. I've done a bit of work ahead of time because it's gonna take, a little bit of work. Oh, I hope you had time. I hope you had fun, Heather. She was camping. I saw some pictures of you with your daughters and they look beautiful. So I'm glad you had some time, to go and enjoy some time off and, your daughters, which is important. Welcome, everyone. Let us know where you're watching from. I know that quite a few of you are enjoying your vacation. And if you're here with us or you're watching on replay, thank you so much for joining us. I'm coming from Toronto, Canada. It's about to rain here. It's so muggy. It's so hot. The beauty of an air-conditioned apartment, I guess. As always, remember, if you share the feed or you share, the feed or you comment throughout the live, at the end of the live session, Heather will pick up a winner for a gift certificate to the shop. And with the new release that just came out today, I am sure you guys have some ideas of what you would like to get from it because it's beautiful. So, one thing I have to talk about is the new release. Make sure you check it out. There was a blog hop today, and I know there'll be another hop tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a beautiful collection. Hola, Ida. Make sure you check it out. Like I said, if you comment and Heather, selects you as the winner at the end of the live, then you'll have that gift certificate to go and spend it in the Pinkfish Studio shop. There's also a promotion. I think it finishes today. So if you're going to shop, then take advantage of that. And that is, hi, Jane. And that is the one that you can actually get a little floral pouch as part of your purchase. I think it's after you spend so much money. I can't remember how much. But, be sure to check them out. Remember that promotion about the pouch finishes today because tomorrow we start a new promotion. Every Friday, there's a new promotion, that starts. So I see some of my friends, like I said, because of summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in the middle of summer. I am sure that quite a few of you are under some heat and probably going out and, so I'm okay with that. Make sure if you're watching on replay, you let us know you're watching on replay. We still want to know where you're watching us from. And I'm not going to take longer. I'm going to flip the camera and we're going to get started. And you're going to see my crazy ideas because you guys know that I have those crazy ideas that we're going to pray that it works fine. So takes one click. I almost turned off the computer. There you go. So you're going to hear me better because I'm standing up next to the microphone. Let me just drink some water. Okay, I'm going to get started. So today we're going to play with the Lovely Blooms collection. And I have pretty much everything here. You're gonna see I have my floral ephemera. Everything that I'm gonna use is listed in the description of this video. So everything is available. I'm gonna use only what is available. I pull out the floral ephemera just in case, but I'm gonna create my own florals for today. So I have the journaling bits. I have my ephemeras here. I'm just gonna start moving everything to the side so I can clean my desk. I have my pictures, and that's my baby and I. And my baby's getting old. He's 13, so, we're trying to soak in as much as we can of our baby. So I have the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6, which is going to be the base for our layout. What we're going to use today too is, I'm going to say, I don't know if it is, but I think it is. This is the coordinated stamp set, stencil and die. It's the same name and it has the same design as in the design here. So I'm thinking that it's a coordinating set. So this is the Lovely Blooms stamp set, stencil, and die. We're going to use it today. So we're going to start with that. I've already worked some of it ahead of time because we're working on live television. That means that we have to sometimes speed up a little bit. So I have gone and actually embossed my images in 2 colors. I used polished gold for one, and the other one is bubbly, which is like a silvery kind of gold finish to it. So you're gonna see it here. This is bubbly, kind of looks silver, but it's kind of a gold tone. And then I have polished gold. So one is like gonna give you like a yellow hint, and it's gonna be more of the cooler tone. But I like them both. So I have them here. I've already embossed outside of the camera. I don't want to take my chances on camera. I applaud Leah for being like, so brave to emboss on live television, but I'm not. So I've already also die cut my, image ahead of time. So to make sure that I can color this without like, shifting around, I'm going to use an old silhouette mat. Still tacky, not sticky. So just a little bit tacky. So it's going to help me with the coloring. And I've already embossed these two. So imagine that I haven't die cut it yet. So just in your imagination, I'll say, oh my God, Nathalie hasn't die cut it yet. But I have. Just because I didn't want to bring the die cutting machine on top of the table. So you guys know I have the big one and it shakes the entire table just because I can use brute force with it. So we're going to put this away. And I'm going to bring the stencil. Have it here. There's 6 stencils on this set. I have my little brushes. I forgot to list this. That's the only thing that I forgot to list. When I was working on this, I remember that. So for my leaves, I am using fresh pear and key lime. For my brush that has those colors. So stencil 1 is actually going to define your leaves. So who's not suffering from heat? I'll give you some of mine. God, it's so hot here in Toronto. I don't mind, like, hot, I don't mind. But when it gets like muggy, oh, guys, like, there's nothing you can, like, there's not much you can do. Unless you love the summer and you think this is the most glorious time of the year, then kudos for you. I'll be happy if, like, spring will jump into fall. I'll be the happiest woman on earth. Because it is real. And I come from like, I've always talked about this. I do come from like Ecuador, which it happens to be like, it's not really a tropical country, but we do have like, mountains, tropical, and we're actually part of the Amazon. And the area that I'm from is actually, I am from a little town that where the Andes, that means the mountain, we have a volcano like right in our backyard, finishes like the range of the mountains, and the Amazon starts. So our little town is like blessed with the most beautiful weather. But it's very like it's humid. But Amazon humidity, it's different because it's like a rainforest. But the humidity here, with the heat, it's not bueno. I'm telling you right now, guys, it's like, what can you do? Like, you can be outside, like I said, unless you love it. Not a fan of that. So I'm always like inside somewhere. That means that I get to spend my husband's money, which he doesn't like. So, So all I'm doing right now is with my little brush, and I'm using the 1/2 inch brushes. These are from Pink Fresh Studio. I'm just adding color to my leaves. I am using a stencil number 1 from the Lovely Blooms stencil set. And that's the one that is going to define your leaves. So I'm just picking up some color by pad, and then I'm going on a circular motion on top of the stencil. And the ink is going to be deposited on the nooks and crannies of the stencil, and then it's going to color my leaves. So I'm going to go very soft, I'm ready for it. Oh my God. You know what? It is. And the worst thing here in Canada, well, Toronto, I'm not going to say Canada in general because we have a lot of fire, forest fires. Toronto is that it's pretty much rain. One day, day 27? I'm going to say, I was looking at the news, I think it was yesterday night or the morning. It's rained 17 out of the 27 days. So there's a lot of water, which is more humid. And because we are blessed to live right, in a ravine, like my apartment building, like finishes at a ravine. So we have the Humber River as our neighbor. We have a lot of mosquitoes, okay, which is not the greatest. I love my area. Don't get me wrong. I love where I live because within 2 minutes, it's like if I'm in the country, because the river's here and we have a huge park attached to it. It's beautiful. But we have a lot of critters, that especially with the weather. And just having all this rain makes it really muggy, So stencil number 1 is going to color, your leaves. I'm going to clean this after. I'm going to go stencil number 2. Let's move the ink. I'm going to use key lamp for that. And if you have embossed, like I embossed it, most of my areas that this stencil defines are already defined on my image because it actually is like the little lines of the leaves. But I want to add a little bit of that extra green. So I'm just going to place it there, get a little bit of key lamp, same brush. And I use this color for all my leaves. All my leaves are colored with this. And I went like that. There you go. But just a little hint of color. I'm going to move this to the side, put the ink away, put my green brush away, and let's talk about the colors. So for my flowers, I use a combination of these 3 colors. I bought a big ink, a pink ink. But let's see, it's my most used ink, Coral Reef and Peach Fuzz. These are the 3 colors that I'm going to use. I mix and match them, but those are the 3 colors. So I'm just going to set it up into my image here. And I'm going to start with my ballet slipper. So again, pick up the color. Just deposit on it. Press here so I don't have to grab it. And I want to go light. I don't want a lot, like, I don't know. I wanted something really soft here. So again, I'm going to start in the center and move the ink out. So how are you guys doing? How's your summer going? After you hear my sob story that it's so hot here in Toronto. Hey, there's a lot of people that love the heat. Like, there's a lot of people that love the summer. There's people that grew up at the beach. This is like the ideal weather. Not me. But, if it is, then I'm sure you're enjoying. Like my daughter's like, yesterday we didn't see her at all. She was out with her boyfriend. She went to African Lion Safari, Version, Ontario. I'm like, aren't you hot? She's like, it's okay. And I'm like, oh my God, I would have been like boiling seeing the monkeys around. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm, happy in the air-conditioned apartment. So I've added my pink, move this one. Stencil 4 is going to give you the details of this flower. So for that, you're going to see that I saved my little plastic sleeves. I actually, let me move this out of the way. I use Coral Reef to add the definition on the flowers. So I'm going to get a little bit of Coral Reef and I'm going to go in the center here. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Just a little bit of extra red. Okay, so just a tiny bit. And here I went really soft. I went heavier, like at the bottom of this petal, and then just worked it up so that it gets lighter as the, it gets up into the petal, so that it mixes nicely with the pink. So you're gonna see when I lift it what it looks like. Simple as that. There you go. So very, very soft. Gonna keep my coral reef here. Let me put my pink away. And oh my God, Heather, I think I need another brush set. I have two. But when I was using it, because my first time using them, I was like, oh, I think another one. So this is a stencil number 5, and that's going to give you the other flowers. These ones are going to be peach fuzz. Okay. Again, I'm starting at the bottom of the flower, so it's darker there, and then moving the color like towards the tip of the leaves of the flower. Sorry. Something here. And the stencil match is just that, remember, I die cut my flowers ahead of time, so they moved a little bit here. They have shifted. They haven't moved. They have shifted a bit. Okay, let's go with this one. Okay, here I'm going to start in the center for this flower. A bit more, and there we go. And then just move out from it. Again, here, and then move out. There we go. South Utah has been in triple digits. Triple digits is like over 38. Because you guys use Fahrenheit in the States. Here in Canada, we use centigrades. So I think if it's triple digits, yeah, you look around the same. Right now we are at 38 degrees here in Toronto. So give me what is the equivalent of that. I'm thinking fever-wise, 106, I think it is. Because I'm thinking when my children have fever and we mistakenly didn't press centigrades and we had to see the Fahrenheit. So I have my base and I use peach fuzz for that. Let me clean it away and put it away. Okay, and we're gonna go to stencil number 6. Where did I put that one? Right here. Okay, I'm gonna put away my little brush. And again, I'm gonna use coral reef. So I'm highlighting everything with one single color. These are the colors that like match the most of the flowers in the collection. So I stay with that single color palette. It made it very simple for me to create the flowers last night. So trying to see. I know these brushes. I have 2 sets of the 1/2 inch, which I think is this one, and 2 sets of the 1/4. The 1/4 I haven't even opened them, but I opened this yesterday when I was working on this, and I'm thinking, oh, I think I need another one that stays like pure white. I don't know. I have something about that. Like I said, I told you guys, and it's no joke. My husband can attest for that. I have a shrine of things that I love, There might be a little Pink Floyd Studio stuff in it. So all my ink, I'm done on the inking. I put the stuff away because magical table likes to eat stuff. Give me 1 second. I'll clean up the stencils after, all of this is done. I'm just putting that stuff away too. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little, fiber clothing, clean up the stencil image. Not this. Yeah, so the ink that stayed on top of like the embossed area just comes off. So lightly. There we go. So here we go. We have our pieces. I'm just going to put them in the container so everything's in one single place. And I have pretty much my embellishment. Some little pieces here and there's a piece here that's stuck. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Give me 1 second. We'll be doing a lot of sweeping today. So we have our embellishments right here, and they look very pretty. Yeah, around 38. So that's how much we are right here, 38 with the humidity. So there you go. So I have gold, like I told you, I have gold, and this one here is called bubbly. It's like kind of a silvery kind of goldish. It takes the two tones. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah. So that's gonna be my shine for the day. So set them on the side. Let's talk about my idea. So I have the two pictures. I made them, I think it's 2.5 by 3.5, if I'm not mistaken. 2.5 by 3.5-ish. Okay. So I went through all my papers and I was thinking, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I looked at this and I was like, I can combine this into like a funky, again, funky rainbow for my page. So I've done a little bit of work only on the, so I pulled out my 6x6 and I pulled out the piece and I cut out all the colors. Okay, so I have my colors. And I see that I'm going to put them here on the side and the rest I'm going to put back. And I'm going to do the same with my 12 by 12. That one I haven't done yet. But I'm going to show you how. Let me just find that paper. And you're going to see that I keep all my scrap stuff that I've already used. I keep it here because for a rainbow, for a raining day. I think so. There we go. So I am literally going to take probably these three, maybe this one too. I don't know yet. I think so. And I have white cardstock for my day, just in case. It's like a kind of a creamy. It's called linen. And I thought it was a nice contrast for this. The flowers look very pretty in this. I didn't go with like plain white. I went with like, this is called linen. And it's from Michael's, just in case you're wondering what cardstock I'm using. So I'm going to set that aside. My scissors. Trying to read what you guys are saying. Okay. Yeah, it's you know, it's very hot up here. Like I know you just hot. Canada is very hot right now. Like, and because of all the rain, like we have tornadoes, we have had hail. Like it's been like, you know, it has been quite eventful, but it's just the heat. It makes it really muggy, and you know, there's a lot of mosquitoes. There's, you know, so it's not. Summer is great. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's a good time to do a lot of things. I'm not going to say I love it. I do enjoy it, but there's days like this, and this week, pretty much the whole week has been like this, that when you really consider it, like, I wonder, like when my kids were little, remember now I have adults. I used to be out all the time with them because, you know, I was a stay-at-home mom. So I used to take them to camp. We used to go to the park. It wasn't as hot as it is nowadays. So something to say about global warming, I am all for it because you can feel it. So here we go. Save this piece for a rainy day. And here we go. I am going to take at least these three. I don't know about the blue yet, but I might. And these were the colors that I chose for my flowers. That's why I went with the pink, the pinks, and like, you know, the peachy and the coral reef were the colors that came closer to these colors. I was thinking about doing it like, you know, kind of a tealish tone. And I was like, nah, don't push it. So I'm going to take out my arches here, the pink one for sure. The peachy one, so I'm going to take out this. And I'm cutting it right at the edge. So here we go. And you guys know that I'm going to save those white arches. Because my husband goes, what do you save them for? I don't know. For a rainy day. Something will come up to my mind with them. Move them out of the way. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Me, I have the idea. Like I was telling you guys, I have the idea. Sorry, I have to open my shirt. It's constricting on my neck. I have the idea. You know, when you have like I don't know if it happens to you guys, but it happens to me. You have the idea what it's supposed to look like. You can see, have you watched that show, The Good Doctor? You know, like the doctor that is autistic and he's a surgeon. So when he sees a trouble, he sees like, you know, the surgery or the anatomy of the body, and he like brings it to 3D in his brain. My brain works too. Like I see paper and I see like, you know, so my brain deconstructs the layout, and in my brain it looks beautiful. Now translate that to what my hands can do. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. So I am, like you say, Kimberly, I cannot wait to see what it looks like. Me too. Okay. Because but I think it's gonna look good. I know it's not, no, I know it's gonna look good. We'll make it look good. What about that? Okay. What is that line? We'll fake it until you make it. Yeah, let's think about it that way. It's gonna look good. It's just not like a new idea on how you can use this. You can use these arches as simply you cut them out, put your pictures. But I think there's a lot that you can do with paper design that it just takes a little pair of scissors to just, you know, breathe some new ideas into it. That's the way I look at it. Now, a lot of pattern paper, like this one here, is so easy because you just put your picture. It kind of comes with the background pre-made, so it's easy to like kind of ready to use. And sometimes those are the easiest patterns to use, and sometimes those are the hardest patterns to use. For me, it's probably the hardest patterns to use because I am used to like cutting up paper, layering. So when I see something like that, it's like, okay, just put the picture and like, you know, that's it. It kind of like, I'm like, you know, so my brain right away thinks, what can you do with it? So like I said, think if you ever watch the movie The Good Doctor and how he sees anatomy and like how the page, like how he, like, you know, the body breaks up and he sees it in 3D, that's how my brain sees paper. Like I see it in my paper, it's like my brain starts like breaking up pieces. So I have my two rainbows cut into what used to be rainbows. Now they're just colored paper arches. Here I have the 6x6 on my right, the 12x12 on my left. So let's get my cardstock here. And you can use white cardstock if you want to. I tried the idea also on, and the name of the paper that I cut is called The Good Thing. I was thinking if it doesn't work on that, I already pulled it to the side too. It's here. Hold on one second. Let me just pull it out. This paper's name is The Best Day. It actually works on this one too. But I want to go with white because I want the flowers to pop a little bit more. Okay. I put this away. We don't need it. Okay. So my idea, let's bring my pictures, is I have this here. How about if I bring my rainbow into the page, plop my pictures in the middle, and then have the rainbow come out of there? Okay. It's going to create a curve on the page. So let's look at it. And it's not going to be perfect. So that's what I said. This blue one might not make it to, like, you know. Okay, so you see, kind of think of this kind of like a candy cane idea. That's pretty much what it looked like in my brain, and this is what is looking down here too. It is going to be smaller. Okay, so don't it is going to be a little bit smaller at the bottom, so don't worry about that. We're going to move the picture so that they're kind of on the center, but just be mindful that these ones here are smaller, so they're, you don't have that much paper to play with. So be mindful of that. Kind of like that. So creates this kind of S shape, and you guys know that I love S shapes and things that move around your page. So this is just making me very happy. I love this. See that movement? It just kind of brings your eyes straight to this and then like brings it down. And I'm glad that this is heavier and this is lighter. So I know my picture is gonna sit right there. I am not gonna use this. I could use receipt. It's okay, something like this. I might have to fake it a little bit here. So I'm just kind of playing with this a bit, okay? Just play a little bit more with this. So this is the idea. I don't want to use this. And I wanted to add some darker blue, but let me see if I can. The only problem with me adding the darker blue is that when I put it down here, it like, if I really want to add it. Let me see if I can add it. No, I can't. Let's not stress over that. So put it away, but I like this. Okay, so you can move it here. You can move it over here if you want to, and kind of create. So I'm going to give you the many things that I did with my brain. So I was like, I can move it here, but then the formation doesn't work. But you can go like that. And the only reason why I put it here is because I can actually make it fit all the way. Okay, so that was the first thing why I'm moving things the way they are going, is because I actually can make them fit this way. And like I say, sometimes I use the word camouflage, and this one is going to be one of the cases where camouflage comes into play. Because we are playing with what we have. So see, and I already moved it, and it just switched my idea of it. So here we go. So I might have to pull it out a bit more. It's okay, because I'm going to put some flowers there. So you have that, or I can go, that was the other idea that I had too. It's like, oh, I can go like this. I played with a few ideas last night, but I really like this. There we go. Okay, you're gonna see that I'm putting it right at the edge, so I have a clean edge. So there you go. That's what it's gonna look like. So I can please. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and attach this, and I'm not gonna fully attach them. I'm gonna attach them right at the edges so that I know where they're gonna stay. So my tape, just in case I have more tape. Because remember last time I tape finished right in the middle of the live session, I was like, oh no, and I have extra tape. So I was prepared this time around. So let's go at it. So I'm gonna hold it there in place right here. There we go. Move this a little bit more right there. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Kathleen. Did I say hi, Kathleen, before? I'm gonna move this a bit higher. There we go. So here. I think it's there. There we go. There you go. So now they're attached. I'm gonna cut the exit. Okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna hold it in place there. Add a little bit of extra tape so they don't move when I, move them. Of course, if I can only put tape in the right place. Okay, one thing that I learned this week is that you should never shell cherries when you have to go do a live session, because the cherry juice does not come out easily of your nails, and it looks like you have dirt in them when it's really not dirt. It's just the cherry juice that dried. Oh my God. It's cherry season up here, and this week my family likes cherries. Yeah, like loves cherries. So I bought like a few kilos of them, and they're great in the fridge, but we have a lot. And then my husband brought a lot from his work. His partner has like a little farm behind his house, and they actually have a cherry tree, and they have an excess of cherries. So they always send like, stuff. So they send like this huge, like, I don't know, you call it I call it a bucket. It's a quart. I don't know what it is. It's a bucket of cherries. So I'm like, okay, there's only so much cherries we can eat. I'm gonna freeze them. So I went and took out the pit of the cherries, and my nails were like this black thing. It looked like my nails were dirty. My husband goes, "What's wrong with your nails?" I'm like, "I just had to, like, take." Then you do it. I was like, "You do it then." He's like, "No, thank you." I'm like, "Okay, exactly. Who's gonna do it? I have to do it." And somebody said that I should have bought, like, those. There's like a little thing that you press the cherry in and the pit comes out. I bought it because, of course, somebody told me go buy it. There was juice everywhere. So it was my nails being dirty for like, it took like a day and a half, a shower, some oil and stuff like that to get it out, or my entire kitchen sink and like, oh no, it looked like a murder scene. So I was like, my nails will do. But then I forgot that I had to do the live today. Thank God for laundry this morning. That helped. So here we go. Background is ready. Nothing complicated, very simple. You just reimagining the rainbow. Like, of course, there's like a little bit of green missing, but it's okay. The formation is what's going to help us with it. I'm going to save the little pieces because why not? Something will come out of it. So I want my pictures to sit. Remember, I'm going to sit one right here, and the other one, I'm going to sit it so that it camouflages this little corners. Okay. So a little bit of this land. So I'm kind of following that movement. Okay, even with my pictures. Okay. So now that I know they're going to stay there, glue is going to be my best friend. So little drop of glue here. Little drops of glue there. There you go. I'll have cardstock for my photos. Okay, so let me just again clean up. And I'm just saying, this is just personal choice. It's not something you have to do. So there we go. So let me just see where I have. I'm gonna go like this because I have space to embellish here without covering anything. And I think I want it like that. So they put center-ish, okay? Can you move it a little bit more to the left? I like that there. So I know that I want to give them like, I want to make them pop a little bit more. That's gonna need either some pattern paper, or I'm actually going to use the beautiful journaling bits for this. I know they're meant to, like, for you guys to keep stories and stuff like that. I like them for things like this, like, to create interest on the page. See, like these moments. So I think I'm going to create a bit of layers here. So I like this. I need to bring some green into this. So I kind of like this. I still think I need some pattern paper behind here. Or I can go with big tag. Well, I kind of like it better. Gotta make it stick a little bit more out. And that allows me to move my pictures right to the center. I like that better because it brings some texture too. Okay, let's see what else I have here. I'm actually do some of the die cuts from here. Let's see. I have bits and pieces of papers here. This one here. So this one, or I saw another one. Okay, this piece is falling here. Let's. With the paper and the stars. There we go. Let's clean up. Let's see. See, I know that I'm not going to use this. Not as this. I'm thinking that I can bring that, but I think I need something that brings me green because I don't have anything green here. So I need to bring some green to the page. So let's see where I can find some green to bring. I just need to make sure that this pops a little bit more. And to do that, I need to layer pieces and make it stand out a little bit more. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I'm thinking some green. Kind of like this because it plays with the colors of the rainbow. So want to de-stickify it. So I have my little, oh, here we go. This is just the stuff that you use for embossing, and I had it handy because I embossed my flowers. So. And it's just baby powder underneath. So just in case you're wondering. So I'm able to move them around now, the frame. Still tacky, but not sticky. So I want to put the part that is the green sticking out there. Move it a bit more. Just playing with some layer here. I like that a little bit more. It's kind of sticking out a bit more. Okay, I like that. Beautiful. Okay, I know that. See what else I have over here. Kind of balancing this out right now. Where's my cardstock stickers? Right here. Is there anything green here that I could use? No. So for now, we're going to go and attach this. So let me get a ruler. Where did my other ruler go? My magical table ate one of the rulers. Oh, no, it's over here. No, it didn't. Here we go. I'm actually going to measure this up. That's a 15 and 15. Make sure that it's nice and straight. Some glue. Yeah. And I just added the powder because it makes it easier for me to move around without sticking. One of the things about, nothing wrong about it. One of the things about the Pink Fresh Studio frames is that they're very like good sticker. So whenever you put them on something, it tends to stay in place. So by adding a little bit of paper powder, like baby powder, I'm able to move it around without like, becoming permanent. So I'm just gonna take the glue, it's better. My pictures. This is going to sit around there. Now make sure that it's straight. What do I have to fill in that is not straight? Okay. Just play with this a bit more. I think I want to put it right there. So for my adhesive, it's going to be my friend. The cover stuff. What's my roll of my adhesive? The one that I need right now. Took him out, but this is the one that I need. Okay, so a little piece. There we go. So now everything is in one level. Okay. So one photo and the second one, and I'm leaving space here because then I can embellish at that corner. I can go like that too. What do I have to fill in that I gotta move this down a bit more? I'm just trying to follow the move of the page. So I like that better. There we go. That's how it's gonna sit. So let's go at it. Remember, you have that empty space with the frame, so you're gonna have to give it something there so it's not hollow. So put a bit of foam adhesive to fill this up, and for my picture. Just a tiny bit of an offset. Okay, and I gotta give this some height too. So let's clean it up. Let's move the stuff so you guys can see it. So let's move this a little bit higher here. Just so it's all one even Steven line. Okay, better. Okay, so you see how like you have the movement already. Tons of space for embellishing. 2 pictures. If you use a large photo, you can do it. If you use a smaller picture, works perfect with a small picture too. So I need something here because the picture is flying in the air. So now it's going to be all about embellishing. Okay. And that's what we created all those flowers already. I created 5 of them. I don't think I'm probably going to use 3 of the sets. I am going to try not to use the floral ephemera from the collection. I'm actually going to use my embellishment. So now it's everything in one single level. You need some more here. So let me just. Okay, perfect. So clean, clean, clean. Everything's clean. Everything is centered. I'm looking at stuff that is peeling. It's not peeling off. It's just you have to secure it. There we go. Making sure down here. Okay, we're fine now. So we have our flowers right now. So I know that title is probably going to go here. And where I'm going to put my flowers, again, I'm going to move with this. So flowers are going to be here and kind of cascade down here. So follow the line of the design. So let's get started. Lightly going to lift it up. Okay, so we're going to follow the line of the design. And I'm not going to hide all my rainbow, but I am going to eat some of the space. I'm just going to make sure that I tuck it in a bit more. I think that's all I want. So I'm going to kind of follow that idea. Okay. And then for the bottom, same thing. I'm going to, and then some of this peach, just to like, you know, stretch this. So there you go. So I have to go zoom this way. You like my sound effects? My husband's probably going, because I know the other day I caught him. Oh my God, you guys will laugh. I'm like, what are you watching on YouTube? And I see him on silence. He's watching my videos. I'm going, why are you watching my videos? He goes, because you're funny. So he goes, you sound funny. I'm like, thank you. I love you too. You know? I'm like, yeah. You know? So that's my husband for you guys. You know? Because you sound funny. I'm like, I'm not kidding. We've been married for 20 years. You know I have an accent. So, you know. So I'm gonna put it down here this way. I want to make it come out of behind the picture. Again, I'm gonna push them, kind of tuck them a little bit more because I have less real estate down here than over here. Okay, so just be mindful of that. I have a lot more space up here, and the lines are bigger, are thicker. The lines down here are smaller. And like, you know, so I'm gonna have to kind of push the flowers a little bit in so that it doesn't unbalance my page. So just things to be mindful. Let me find something that has to be pink. There we go. So I'm gonna pull this underneath here. And I think I want to kind of like that, not too much, because I can remember, like I said, you don't have that much real estate at the bottom compared to the other one which you have, and I want some pink. Okay, so you see how automatically, I think I might need another flower up here just because I have that bigger space. So I'm thinking that I need more up here. So let me just see how we go about it. So more pink probably. I'm just looking at it thinking, how can I balance this? So thinking that I want it there and then stretch it. Yeah, I like that better. So that kind of balances my page. So maybe again. Perfect. So I don't need my florals anymore. You like my little containers? They're so pretty. I have a thing about containers. My husband looked at, I have a, like, next to where you see me when I start my videos, I have like a, I don't know how you call it, but where you have your plates, I don't know. So this is something that we inherited from my mother-in-law who passed away many years ago. It's one of the only pieces that we brought from my in-laws when we moved into the apartment, because my husband wanted to keep it. And we brought, like, some of her china there, and also some of her silverware. So, those pieces that stay with you. So I love little containers. And every time I go somewhere and I see them, I buy them and I stash them there, because I know that I'm going to use them for lives or for my videos and stuff like that. For some reason, the other day, smart me, because I have to say it that way, I mentioned to my husband, look what I bought. And he goes, what? And I just saw his eyes lit up, because I knew that I give him a reason to, like, say something to me. He said, how many of those things do you have? I said, well, enough that I have, like, enough containers for all my ephemera. He goes, oh my God. So he came to look at it. He goes, Natalie, what the hell are you doing with my mother's stuff? And I was like, I am decorating it with beautiful stuff inside. And as soon as I said that, he just walked away, because he knew not to pick a fight with me. So, and I have a lot of containers. So I went to the store the other day and I found these ones, and I bought them in blue, I bought them in yellow, I bought them in pink. And when he saw me and he heard the clank of them, because they're like made out of bamboo, he's like, oh God. I would hear him go, oh God. And I was like, yeah, don't look at it. So I'm just adding a little bit of foam adhesive to the tips of the flower, so that it creates a little bit of lift. Not to the whole thing, just the tips. Let me find a little bit more here. How are we doing on time? Yeah, we're almost finished. So, okay. Don't worry, Heather. Okay, there we go. Move this a little bit more there. Outside of the camera, I'll secure them more. But you get the idea. So now let's keep embellishing this. I know that it needs something here. So let's find something. Our story, because my baby and I have our own story. So I know that's gonna be, I want to pump, like, remember, I want to pump the green, because I don't have any green anywhere here. So that green is gonna stay there. And because I have a lot of space there too. So I am gonna make it a little bit taller. I like that. So that's part of it. And I think that I need something else there, but for now it's gonna stay like that. Let's see, again, I need something here. Let's go into the cardstock stickers. Something here. Need something here. So this is one of the layers that you don't need to what is the name? Over embellish, because there's a lot, like, slowly you're gonna do that by just moving stuff around. So I'm gonna stay with the blue. Just a little bit there. It needs something else here. So let's see what else we have. It needs a heart or something. Go into this. I know I need a heart. Something else to fill it up there. Oh, I see a favorite here. Don't tell my kids, but my dog is my favorite person. So you guys know that. I've always told you, when people say, what's your favorite paper? Who's your favorite child? The dog always wins. Yeah, so whenever my kids already say, oh, the dog is gonna win, I'm like, yep. My baby's always gonna win. So I need a little heart here. I'm gonna find it somewhere later on. But for now, we're gonna put this little fuel tank. Yeah, I see it needs something there. Let's see. And there has to be something that I like. Oh, I have a heart. I do have a heart. I mean, there's a heart. Again, I understand why my husband was laughing and watching the video by himself. See, the little heart just makes it there. So now my title's gonna sit right here. Okay, let's see. I have my title here. See what we're gonna have. So tons of space. Like I said, you're not gonna need much, because the paper is taking care of a lot, and then the flower, so you don't need lots. Cute me, that'd be just the best. My sweet Poochie. I choose you and just, like, give, like, a copy of this to my children, so they know. You know, every time they like, piss me off, I'll be like, look. Yeah. So let me see. Hello. Yeah, because I want to bring green. I don't want to, I want to play in the green idea here. I'm going to use the word hello. Let's see this. Clean, 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 clean. Yeah, the hello is going to be there. We need another word down here. That's your cat for you. I'm telling you. You know, when people always say, oh, who's your favorite child? I'm like, Poochie. That's the name of my dog, Poochie. You know, and then they're like, oh, I'm like, well, go read his, birth certificate. It says there, Nathalie D'Souza, the mother. I'm like, yeah, exactly. So my kids, because they know that to upset me, they'd be like, you kidnapped the dog because you bought it. I'm like, no. The dog jumped in the car and the dog jumped in the van without even us asking. So I did not kidnap him. Okay. So I just tell you how my kids, and I get, feel about each other. Like I said, if they, but trust me, my kids adore my dog too. Like, it was the best decision we did 13 years ago. So I'm going to put my dog's name here. Actually, hello, Joy. He brings me the most joy. Joy, 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 joy. I have an O. Trying to make sure that it's not crooked. Finish it. Okay, lines of journal will go down here. See what else I need to add more stuff. I don't know if I want to add it here. No, it needs something, I don't know. It's just, I'm looking at stuff where it needs to be, and then see, I just pump it up there. But I don't want anything pink. Let's see, but I do want, give me 1 second. I'm just going to make sure. Oh, we have a winner. Oh, see, probably put it right here. We'll see. But most of it is done here right now. Oh, lovely. Should I just piss off my children completely and go love you? Right here? Yeah, why not? I like that. So there you go. My layout is done. I am going to add some shine, extra shine, because shine is always a good thing. So I might add some glitter drop outside of the camera. They probably go here, here, a few here, and a few here. That's about it. But I'm done. See, we have a winner. That's Kimberly A. Congratulations, Kimberly. You have to email Leah at pinkfreshstudio.com. Give her a few days, and she will give you a gift certificate. And make sure you let us know what you used it for, because we love to know. So let me flip the camera, take a look at it. Like I said, you're going to see a few things. Nothing's going to change from the bulk of this. Well, you see a bow and you see some glitter drops, because I think you need a little bit extra. So I think a little bit of glitter drops just to sell the motion, glitter drops to sell the motion down here, a few just to pump, and a few here. So be a few here, 2 or 3 here, and 3 more down here. That's it. What's my dog's name? His name is Poochie, P-O-O-C-H-I-E. So I'm going to flip the camera, and I'm going to see you guys. There we go. See, I told you I had an idea, and it came out like my brain was picturing it. So I hope you like it. I hope you like it. As always, if you have any questions on how this came together, leave me a comment. And you can see I'm all sweaty, even though the air conditioning is on. The lights are really hot. Leave me a comment in the comment section, and I'll be able to help you. Everything that I'm using, the only thing that I didn't list is the glitter drops, because I'm going to add them after the fact. I'm going to add them anyways. But everything is listed. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much, Heather, for helping, answering any questions, because I can see them all. Some of them, skip from my eyes. As always, be sure to join us next week. Kathleen will be here, and next week. What am I saying? Next week. It's not Kathleen. Kathleen and I switch dates. I'll be back next week to show you a new idea. I'll be using tourist mode for next week. So be sure to join me next week at 1 o'clock. My God, Kathleen, I almost put you on the spot. I'll be back next. I'll be back next week with you guys. And until then, as always, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching a replay, thank you guys, and we'll see you soon. Take care, guys.